Okay, so we just saw how get and the post HTTP method or the CRUD operations create or retrieve works with the rest assured. Now we will see that how put, patch and delete works. Okay, so to work with first let me tell you one thing. This put and the patch both are update operations. Okay, they work differently. I'll talk to it in a bit, but both of these are used to update a resource. Like with the get we retrieve a resource, with the post we create a new resource, and with put and the patch we update existing resource. Okay, so I'll create a new class and I'll name it as update student. That's using put. Okay, so test will remain same all the way. Okay, so I'll just paste this test here. Okay, instead of this get this time I will use the method called put. Basically I'm updating a resource. I'm updating a student data using a REST assured request. So first let's check out the URL for the put request. That is, at the endpoint you have to provide the ID. Okay, so if you'll see a student here, all of them are assigned an ID. So if I want to update, let's say I want to update the student that I just added with the post request. I want to update its email. Okay, so all I have to do as an endpoint in the put, as an argument, I will pass the ID of that student, which is 101. Okay, and in the JSON I will change the email address. So let's say I'll change the internet address to with the name Lex Harper, okay, at org. Okay, so suppose this is the email address. I save the file. Now with the put, if I fire it up, you will see in the response, okay, we are seeing it saying the bad request. Okay, let's check it out. What's wrong with the JSON. This is fine. And okay, the problem is with our endpoint. So I didn't write put this slash right after it. Okay, so again let's try to run this. Okay, again it's not accepting, saying the bad request. So there's something wrong with our JSON. Okay, I found the mistake, what it is. So we didn't pass the file object here. So I'll just copy the file object from here, go to my request, which is the update student, and put it here. Okay, and right after the logging I will pass a body in which I will pass this file object. Okay, now I'll run this request again, this test again. This time I'm seeing the student is updated. So in order to cross verify it again, let's grab the list of students and let's see if the student is getting updated or not. The email address we have just updated. Okay, so email address is updated. Okay, earlier it was different. We have changed it in the JSON and it got reflected. Okay, how we did it? Using the put method. Okay, or the update method. Now with the put we also have another method called patch. Okay, before going to that method, just think about one thing, that suppose I want to make change in one of the property, like it was just the email, right? But I send the whole JSON back again, right? These were the properties that doesn't require any change, but still I send it because it's the requirement of put that you have to send a whole JSON with a change value. But the another method called patch helps us with sending the JSON with only the updated property. Okay, like again if I want to update the email, I don't have to send everything again, every property again. All I have to do is send just one property, okay, that you want to change. So let's say I want to change it to this only. Okay, let's say this is I'll save the file, and instead of put, this time the method that I will use is the patch. Instead of put, if I use the method called patch and again send back this request, the email will be updated. Okay, let's see, what's the mistake that we did. The test got passed, but still the student value didn't got updated. Okay, so maybe our JSON didn't got saved. Okay, there won't be a comma here because there is it's a single property file. So again, if I'll send it, you see the updated. Okay, if I try to do same thing with the put, it won't going to work because put requires the whole JSON, all the resources with the one updated resource. Okay, in that case it's giving me an error. Please correct the following error, that you're not passing the first name and the program, that you have to pass other properties too. So in this way, put and patch is different. In the put, you have to send back the whole resource, all the resources, all the properties. But with the patch, you can just send the one, that you're going to update, right? So in the same way, put patch works for updating the resources. At last, we have a method called delete, which is basically used to delete a resource. Okay, so in this case, I don't need any file. Okay, let's create a new test first of all. And right here I will write my test, and I will call the method called delete, and in the argument as an endpoint I will provide the ID of the student that I want to delete. So I just want to delete, let's say, the student that I just added. Okay, so now if I'll fire it up, it will delete that resource. Okay, so let's check it. So if I again fire up the get request, I won't see the student with the ID called 101. Okay, on 100 it's ending. Right, so in this way, this CRUD operation works with the rest assured. We already know, what this CRUD operation do. We just have to see, how we can write the test, in the rest assured with this HTTP method or the CRUD operations. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. For the more topics like this, subscribe to the Wisdom trainings. I'll be putting, more videos related to the rest assured basics. Thank you.